Welcome in to Studio de Jeffrey. Nice to see you guys. Got just a little bit of nonsense to talk about today. Maybe some real stuff, but mostly some nonsense. This is kind of a public service announcement, I guess. You guys stop letting national people talk about your football team, or at least just stop paying attention to the national people who talk about your football team because they've already let you in on their dirty little secret. Like when it comes to Dan Orlovsky, remember when I talked mean to him on Twitter and then we made up because he basically was just like, my bad, it's TV. I know. I just do drama and stuff because it makes for interesting topics. Don't pay attention to people making lists of quarterback things. Like if you see something, you go, oh, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense for a reason because it not making sense drives interaction on purpose. So what's up? It's good to see you guys. Quarterbacks in the NFL that teams win because of. And Dan Orlovsky put Derek Carr on his list and no Dak Prescott. It's just trolling. It's trolling. And then he did a stream where he's like, well, you know, it really hurt him when he lost DeMarco Murray after the 2017 season. Dak never played with DeMarco Murray. And if that was supposed to be Dez Bryant, Dak never played well with Dez. You just got to let the silliness go, okay? You got to let the silliness go. Bill Simmons compared Dak to Kirk Cousins on his pod today. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, here's the secret. Kirk Cousins is a pretty good NFL quarterback. Pretty good. If I had to compare Kirk Cousins to somebody in the NFL, you know who he compares to? Derek Carr. That's a pretty good fit. Those are guys that you got them, and while you have them as a front office or as a coach, your thought is, yeah, I guess he's good enough. And then you're debating in your head all the time, do we want to pay him again? Or do we want to go like that's the Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr thing. And Derek Carr for the longest time was way too hated. He was always a pretty good NFL quarterback, just like Kirk Cousins. And both of them caught way too much crap. But if somebody makes a list about quarterbacks you win with, and they put a 11 quarterback tier together that doesn't include Dak, but it includes Derek Carr, they're doing this to you on purpose because they want you to engage with it. And Dan Orlovsky's already told you that in the past when I yelled at him before, that we do this on purpose. So everybody chill out. Everybody chill out. What are you guys up to today? I asked some questions for people on the Twitter as well. I got some questions from the Twitter that people want to know about with the Cowboys. Somebody asked about Jabril Cox, the progression for him right now, what he's looking like and all that. And what I do know about Jabril Cox is that he ain't ready right this second. He's still going through his rehab stuff, so he is not ready today, but hopefully he's on track to be ready because I want that dude on the field. I like Jabril Cox. By the way, my guys at Bet Online continue to be the number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest odds, news, sports developments for the NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, fights, and NFL futures. The Rangers are good again. Texas Rangers are on a heater. That's who you bet on at Bet Online. Your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and the fan favorite Vegas casino and poker games. Very easy to get started. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up and use our promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. Vance, with the Dan list with no Dak. Thanks for the super chat. My only question is this. What is the perfect way to eat crawfish? What do you mean the perfect way? Crack, twist, pull, push, or I guess pinch, pull, pop. And then snag one of the corn on the cobs, because that way you'll have the awesome sensation of having your lips feel like they're on fire for the next 4 hours. That's how you eat crawfish. Then you snag a piece of sausage. Then you eat 6 more crawfish, 1 more corn, another sausage, back to the crawfish, and then you do a keg stand. That's what you do. Preston says suck the head. I don't suck the head on the crawfish. Never tried it. Just kind of weirds me out. Kind of creeps me out. But this week was the spiciest ones we've ever had. My buddy DC was at the wheel, and it was absolutely incredible. Jeff, what's a camp battle you're looking forward to seeing? Top of my head, can Jake Ferguson become tight end 2, your 4th-round pick? Kelvin Joseph versus Anthony Brown versus Jordan Lewis. Jabril Cox, hopefully, versus Leighton Vander Esch. Since the NFL plays nickel now and you really have 2 starting linebackers, will it be him or will it be Leighton Vander Esch? What happens at right defensive end is going to be fun. Dante Fowler versus Dorrance Armstrong versus Sam Williams. All those different battles there. They actually got a whole bunch of them. I didn't mean to do the keg stand rule of 2. I didn't. And it turns out those are a lot easier in your 20s than they are in your 30s. The beer comes out of that thing a lot faster than you remember. Let you guys know that right now. Any free agents they'll add with their money they get from LC tomorrow. Okay, yeah, there's a topic for you, right? Cowboys are going to have $10 million more in cap space tomorrow, which I think puts them well into the 20s. They'll have a whole bunch of cap space. And I'll tell you what I kind of wish they had done. I kind of wish they'd signed Akeem Hicks. Maybe he's not what he once was, but he just signed with the Bucs. And so now Tampa Bay, let me get the full list of what that defensive line looks like. But I'm on team forward thinking in the NFL. I think defending the pass is way more important than defending the run. But I like what teams like Tampa do, where if you have Akeem Hicks, Vita Vea, both on that defensive line at defensive tackle. Hold on, who else do they got? Because they got some other good guys too. Their roster's set up weird. Anyway, they're pretty loaded up on the defensive line. I like it. I don't think that run stopping is as important as stopping the pass, but I think that if you're investing in those spots up the middle to be a badass where you're very confident, teams can't run on me because of the dudes I have there. I can now commit an extra guy back there to covering and making life hard because I don't have to honor the run because I got horses up there. So for the Cowboys, I wish they had more oomph at D tackle, or you need to see Neville Gallimore, Osa, dudes like that take steps to become closer to being a monster, because I would have loved to have had Akeem Hicks. I'd love to add a big boy on that defensive line that makes it so it's like, hey, look, teams aren't going to run on us because, 1, most teams don't care to run all that much, and 2, they can't. Even though we didn't commit a bunch of resources to stopping them, they still can't. So let's go ahead and cover everybody. What's subs on Twitch or subs on the tube? Don't know what that means, but if you're subscribed on YouTube, thanks. If you're subscribed on Twitch, thanks. If you're on Facebook, thanks. What were my other questions that I got? Oh, yeah. Who are they going to add with the free agency money? Probably no one. Just be honest. Cowboys are big fans of having money laying around in case they need it. Cowboys know that they're going to have Trayvon Diggs and CD Lamb that they're going to have to pay soon, and then Micah Parsons right behind that. Cowboys are we love our guys. Which guys do we need to get ready to take care of? Can we have money during the season in case somebody gets hurt? All these different things. They're a very conservative front office when it comes to how they deal with the salary cap. So I would be pleasantly surprised if the $10 million that they're about to have actually goes to someone. I would be surprised. Other questions that I got on the tweeter. Make the Fellowship of the Super Bowl ring, but with current Cowboys. Fellowship of the Ring? Well, Gandalf would be Dak. Parsons would be Aragorn. Legolas could be CD. Gimli is Tank. Boromir is Dalton Schultz. I don't know. Okay. Where was I going? Doot. What does Kellen have to do to not lose his job this year? And just how thin do you think the ice is for him? Kellen's one of those guys that I don't know. I get a little bit weirded out by how much people hate him. I know it's the nature of sports, but I just don't think another team could be. What were the Cowboys' offensive ranks last year? Cowboys' offensive ranks. One. I know it wasn't consistent or good enough the second half of the season. Yeah, the Cowboys had the most yards in the league and the most points in the league, but the offensive coordinator and the quarterback suck. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. Do I wish he would run the ball outside more? Yeah. I wish they would play Zeke less and Pollard more. Yeah. But the idea that Kellen's doing a terrible job is like, I need to see the last number one offense in football that people thought their OC did a terrible job. Now, part of that probably is pace driven. The Cowboys always played at a quick pace. So maybe realistically, they were the fifth or sixth best offense and not the first. And their EPA stuff in the second half of the season went from being top 2, top 3 to being more like 16th to 18th. But I think that was just Dak related. After the calf strain, he was never the same. And it sucked. That sucked. What did I have from other people? I'm just looking through the tweets I hit like on, but I accidentally hit like on things other than the questions. Compare Luka and Dak progression since their rookie years. I got Luka by a step after finally getting out the first round. Okay, we can't do that, guys. We can't do that. I know where this comes from. Again, it's going to be another shout out to my guy Mike White at Not to Be Trite. I see him saying that Luka and Dak are like mirror images of you got to give them more help, and they're both absolutely incredible. I consider myself just a Dak realist who's smart, just trying to make sure that anybody who's a hater understands that they're just a hater. But Luka is one of the 3 best players of his sport on planet Earth. You can't compare those two. He's one of the best on planet Earth, period. Dak's one of the 8 best quarterbacks. You can't compare that. Can't do it. Can't do it. Jeff, how many years does Martin have left in the tank? At least 2 really good ones. Question is going to be how many does Tyron have in the tank? And I think he has plenty. Tyron played really good football last year. He didn't play well against San Francisco in the playoff game, but Tyron played really good football last year. And I just wonder, because I've heard it from multiple people, I think he can physically be really good continuously for another 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know if he's interested. He might just be like, I'm good. Go hang out at the lake. All right, what else you got, kids? What else you got? Happy birthday to me. It was the other day. But happy birthday to me. I'm going to call this my birthday show, even though it was May 29th. Outside of Micah, anyone else from the 21 draft class you expect to contribute this season? From Vance. Tolbert. I want to say Sam Williams. I hope I'm pleasantly. Oh, wait, Mike, a 21 draft class. What an idiot. Talking about the Cowboys for a living. What an idiot. You see the full draft class. You're hoping for Kelvin Joseph, obviously. I think as long as, again, everything Kelvin Joseph non-football related makes it kind of weird, because that in the background is like, man, that's a lot in the background. But just in terms of football, I'd imagine they still want Kelvin Joseph to win the starting left cornerback job. And if he could do that, that would be good for you. Chauncey Golston. I like Chauncey Golston a lot. I liked Chauncey Golston when they drafted him, and he's now working a little bit of D-tackle, a little bit on the edge. So if I have to pick a guy from the 2021 draft class to be a big-time contributor not named Micah, you want it to be Kelvin Joseph. It's supposed to be your second round pick. I'll go Osa or Golston. One of them. You get some improvement out of those guys to where you feel like you have a good defensive line. That'd be good. That'd be good. I'm late, my bad, from Jedi Mind Tree. Yeah, don't be late. How dare you? All right, I'll be chilling. I'm going to go watch Stranger Things, and then I have birthday dinner with my folks. Oh, wait, somebody asked what about the new Top Gun? New Top Gun was good, and I got to tell you, the Lady Gaga song, Hold My Hand. When I first heard it, I thought, you know what? This song, kind of a bag of nothing. And I love Lady Gaga. But, like, there wasn't really a change within the song. Like, were we building up to something? What's next? It was just kind of like, bleh, the first time I heard it. But, boy, when it hit in the theater towards the end of Top Gun Maverick, with those speakers, I came around on it. I now support it. Top Gun was a good movie. Go see it. I have not caught Obi-Wan yet. See, Roger, yeah, you're a Dak hater. Here, I'll read this message. We aren't a hater. Dak can't make a play when he has to not even a first down. Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times with a trash line and won a playoff game and then carried his team to a Super Bowl. Now, let's be honest, Dak is very average. That's what you would say if you were a hater or you don't pay attention. We created around Joe Burrow the idea that he carried the Bengals to the Super Bowl. Go look at each and every Cincinnati Bengal playoff game. The defense led them to the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow was out there, and Joe Burrow had a good year. And Joe Burrow might cement himself as a top 5 or 6 quarterback in the league this upcoming season. But Joe Burrow didn't carry them to the Super Bowl. Matt Stafford did not carry the Rams to the Super Bowl. Matt Stafford played a little better than he did when he was in Detroit. Pretty good year. Tried to throw away the San Francisco game, got a nice lucky PI call in the Super Bowl. It's so dumb. Boiling this thing down to one player is so dumb, especially when the player that you're talking about consistently outperforms the people that you pretend you want him to be. People love Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert hadn't made the effing playoffs. Do you hold him to that standard? Or do you say, no, he's just incredible. He's so incredible. It's just, they don't give him any help. Why don't you say that about your guy? Weird stuff happens. Weird stuff when people talk about quarterbacks. Weird stuff. All right. You guys have a nice day. I love you guys. Yeah, well, sometimes I get excited. Sometimes I get a little bit excited. I'll be back with Jesse Holly tomorrow. Hit me up on Twitter at Time for Jeffrey if you have any questions, any things you want to talk about, topics. You know, it's kind of dry season right now. Not a ton to do. Ignore Dan Orlovsky. He's already told you he's trolling, and people are still falling for it. Your quarterback's better than Derek Carr. Everybody chill out. And go look up the playoff records of all the quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Because you're going to talk about your guy. Look at the guys who you're going to talk about and say they're way better than him, and notice that they've all won 1 or 2 playoff games in their careers. It's hard, okay? Get a good team. Have your quarterback play well. It'll be great. Rock and roll. This was brought to you by my friends at Bet Online. Use the promo code BELIEVE. And remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. So be cool to everyone. Unless they're hating on Dak for no reason. You only do it for valid